Hello.
Yes.
I am Afra Bean, sometimes known as Afra Ben, but I prefer to be called Mrs. Bean. Afra was a restoration playwright, 16th century. She was the first woman to ever make money as a writer in England. She's kind of the perfect guerrilla girl because she was also a spy and had pseudonyms of her own. And she's wonderful. And I love her. I love myself. I love being me.
Hi, I'm Rosalind Franklin. Rosalind, unfortunately, was never acknowledged in her lifetime. She did some of the seminal work, excuse me, girls, in DNA. And she was a radiographer and a physicist. And she, in fact, really discovered DNA.
I'm Katja Kollwitz, an artist who was a lifelong activist and did work about what was going on in the world. She was a German artist, born in 1867, died in 1945, and her big themes were war, the conditions of laborers in Germany, and a lot of work about families and children.
I have been Audre Lorde. That has been my Guerrilla Girl name. Audre Lorde recently died and was a self-described poet, feminist, lesbian, mother, activist. That's a very impressive list.
The name Cloud Cahoon, who's an artist that I wanted to immortalize. Cloud Cahoon was the first female member of the Surrealist movement. She photographed herself as a man and as a woman, was quite the rebel, and she created work in a way that would fulfill her own sexual fantasies. Certainly a progenitor of the gender movement as it is today.
I'm one of the Guerrilla Girls. I've had 3 identities thus far. My first identity was Tina Modotti. And Tina Modotti was a photographer in her own right, a very beautiful Italian woman who was Edward Weston's lover as well. But I decided to give Tina up because I really didn't have that much in common with her. I just wanted to be Frida Kahlo's best friend. So I went for another name for a short time, Ana Mendieta, and Anna was a Cuban American artist, made incredible work using the body, drawing on her roots, both pre-Columbian and Afro-Cuban. And well, I gave her up because I found an identity that really suited me. And that identity is of the Puerto Rican poet, Julia de Burgos. And her life was tormented. She was an alcoholic. But nevertheless, she pursued writing. She died a very untimely death as well in the streets, penniless. But in any case, now she's really become a symbol for many Latina and Puerto Rican women of pursuing your dream despite any obstacles.
My name is Gertrude Stein. I am a Guerrilla girl, and I'm very happy to be famously fat. This gives me an excuse to be fat. But Gertrude Stein is fascinating also as an early pioneer of experimental writing. She called it automatic writing, and she dangled a pencil from the ceiling on a thread, and then sort of leaned back in her chair and closed her eyes and just sort of wrote whatever came into her mind, producing the literary style that she's known for today. It really looked kind of like a sine wave. There were not very few distinctions between the letters. There was just a kind of a wave on the page. So we have to give credit to her partner, Alice B. Toklas, for having translated the work of Gertrude Stein for all the ages.